will see some lake effect snow developing in areas like Silver Bay, Two Harbors, Grand Marais, and Lutsen later on this morning. Around 10 or 11 o'clock is when we should see that shift in the winds. Meanwhile, the rest of the Northland will start to see some snow showers pushing in by the early to mid-afternoon hours. Should be arriving here in the Twin Ports around 3 or 4 o'clock. So light to moderate snow, slick roads all around, but especially along the North Shore into the higher terrain into Silver Bay and Grand Marais. Later on tonight into early tomorrow morning, still seeing some lingering lake effect snow. A chance for some light snow throughout the rest of the Northland, wrapping up for most locations by the mid to late morning hours on our Tuesday, leaving mostly cloudy skies heading towards our Tuesday afternoon. Snowfall totals from this system, a broad area of 1 to 2 inches stretching from Ely all the way down to Aitkin and Brainerd. 3 to 6 inches, especially in that higher terrain of the North Shore. Perhaps a couple totals even exceeding 6 inches. A trace to 1 inch over into northwest Wisconsin and the far northwestern portions of the region. But that's not our only chance for snow this week. We go into our Tuesday afternoon and evening. Now winds switch direction and we see some lingering lake effect snow along the south shore of Lake Superior. They're not going to see quite as much snow as the North Shore, but still enough to make roads a bit slick Tuesday night into early Wednesday morning, mainly east of Ashland along the south shore. That's going to wrap up as we go into our Wednesday morning with more snow on the way starting Wednesday evening throughout the Northland. Those portions of the region will likely see a quick 1 to 4 inches later on Tuesday evening through early Wednesday, and that's in Guile, Ironwood, Mellon, those typical areas that do see that lake effect snow along the south shore. But that's not all. We still have more chances for some snow into the rest of the week. Wednesday evening, another chance for some widespread snow throughout the Northland and more opportunities for lake effect snow along the north and the south shore starting Wednesday evening and lasting into the early parts of our Friday. Meanwhile, an even larger system down to our south starts to push its way just down to our southeast. A chance for some snow showers off in northwest Wisconsin, but this will start to usher in some much colder air as we go into this weekend. Very gusty winds and also seeing some lake effect snow, potentially heavy into the south shore of Lake Superior. So breaking that down into this weekend, much colder air arriving this weekend into early next week. Strong winds gusting over 45 miles per hour at times. Cold wind chills could be down into the 20s below zero. It could feel like at times overnight, and then heavy lake effect snow will be possible along the south shore later on Saturday through early Monday. A lot to keep an eye on here as we go towards the end of the week, and some of this may change a little bit, so stay up to date as we go into the rest of this week. If you're curious about snow totals from this past weekend, the highest snow total that we saw was nearly 6 inches off towards Grand Marais, 5.7 inches. Here in Duluth, 3.8, 3.1 over towards Seeley and Ashland, seeing 1.5 inches. So anywhere between a trace up to about 6 inches along the North Shore. The rest of the forecast here in Duluth, a high of 29 on Tuesday, 24 on Wednesday, and another chance for snow later on Wednesday night into our Thursday, lingering into early Friday. Minor chance on Saturday, and then we do cool down. So a lot of activity into this next week. Look at that high of 4 degrees into our Sunday, and that's going to continue into the early parts of our next week.